Monsignor Philip, out of these 66 novices, how many become a priest and now serving their country?
Well, I have not really kept count of how many. Well, a good number have become priests now. I would say at least almost 10 of them have become priests now. The rest are still in formation. Yeah.
So in your parish, this is purely Catholic, right? But they can be Malaysian or let's say Chinese or Filipino, isn't it?
Oh,
so,
yes, yes.
And how long has this been under, because this is run by the Jesuit. So this Church of St Ignatius, how long does it exist already?
The Church of Ignatius was built in 1961.
It's very young.
Yeah. So it's 52 years old. This whole complex began in 1954 when Archbishop Michael Olsomandi invited the Jesuits to start a university student hostel. And so we built the Kingsmead Hostel to house the university students. And then this apostolic service of the Archdiocese grew into a parish when the Archbishop invited the Jesuit to continue to expand our services to the diocese by starting a parish. So in 1961, we built the Church of St Ignatius. Yes.
But I know because once the Jesuits are there, it's really more on educational aspect that they excelled. How come you don't have a school here or university here? And why run a university hostel,
We ran a university hostel precisely because it is through the invitation of the Archbishop.
Yes.
Yeah. Jesuits respond to the needs of situation primarily through the request of the Archbishop.
Of Singapore.
And because there are other religious congregations that runs education like the La Salle and the Maris and the sisters, the religious sisters, the Holy Infant Jesus sisters, the Canossians, we did not feel that we need to enter into education. That's the first.
Okay.
Secondly, the other congregations were doing a very good job. They're doing very well. So there's no need to enter into a field of education when the other congregations are already doing it so well.
So how many members of the Jesuit are here now in your community?
We have about 10 of us.
So it's a small number.
Yes.
Yeah, and then, as a Vicar General, because I'm very curious, because I know for a religious, you're not supposed to become a Monsignor or Vicar General, isn't it? It's not in your constitution, any religious congregation. Is it a very different aspect here in Singapore because the numbers are quite few?
Well, we as Jesuits do not aspire for any hierarchical position.
Yes, that's what I know.
However, at the same time, we are available to the service of the local church and the Archbishop.
Okay.
When the Bishop invited and asked me to be the Vicar General and received permission from our Regional Superior, Father Colin Tan,
yes.
For us, it is more responding to the needs of the local church. And we are here to serve in whatever effective way we can. And so for that reason, we said yes, and we are happy to serve the diocese.
You must be very capable for Archbishop Go to really trusted you, because I know the work of Vicar General is not that very easy, because you mentioned in your email before that you're so busy, you have so many activity, plus being a Vicar General, do you have to travel around Singapore? We
are only 2 months old.
Okay.
So we are still in a very early stage of setting up the structure.
Okay.
And trying to get a sense of what the religious and also the Presbyterian are responding to the vision of the new Archbishop William Goh. He's a very dynamic Archbishop. He has created a lot of renewed hope in the whole Archdiocese among the priests and the religious and the lay, because he's very open, very inclusive, and he's very compassionate and effective as an Archbishop. So we are really looking forward to the coming years of his leadership in the.
That's nice to hear. So he must be also very realistic to see that the situation now is quite different from before. Yes. So we have to adapt to the changing time because right now, you know, the world is becoming very secular. I'm sure Singapore is also one of those we consider very secular now, where people, especially the youth, you know, are now engaged more in material aspect with power and fame. So as a parish priest, because I heard that this parish priest belongs mostly with the higher level people, in the elite, you know.
Yes.
So how do you see their faith?
Well, secularism somehow has a negative effect of eroding the faith. And this is not only in Singapore, in Western Europe, in first world countries all around the world.
Yes, all over.
Yes. So this is a big challenge for us. However, I would like to say that, at least from our parish point of view, I would like to say that the people, the parishioners are very open to spiritual program and activities. And this is a big challenge, and it's very heartening to find that more and more of the lay people are coming forward to respond to parish programs that is offered, to volunteer and take greater ownership in the growth of the parish.
Oh, that's nice to hear.
Yes.
So it is a very active parishioner that you have here.
Yes, since 4 years ago, when I came on board, our parish was only 4,300 people.
Yes.
Now, 4 years later, it's 6,500. So that in itself, I'm not sure where they are coming from, but the numbers are increasing, and very happy with that. It's a good problem to face, a good challenge to take up. And we are happy to see that really, even though they may appear to be very secular, you know, in their profession and work, yet at the same time, it's very heartening that they are coming forward to respond in so many wonderful ways.
So how do you see the role of the Singaporean youth here?
Yes, the youth is always the future, very important, because they are the future of the church. Singapore is no exception to any first world countries. However, I would like to say that in our parish, the youth are very active. We have one of the most active youth program that attract a lot of youth. However, I would still also have to add that sadly, there are many who are missing. Many are missing. Even though we see many youth who are very active, and we still see many missing.
So
after confirmation, many tend to drop out. So this is the big challenge. We are creating more, broadening our youth program to keep them back longer.
To get them more interested. Yeah. Magbabalik po ang Power to Unite with Elvira.